Hey guys, I'm back with another action figure review, and this time we're going to take a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite series, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man. Long titles for these series, but man are they awesome figures. Especially this Spider-Man wave, very, very strong figures. There's really not a dud in the bunch so far. You know, maybe there's a figure you don't really want. Like me, I'm not picking up a couple of them, but they're almost all excellent figures, if not really, really good. So I'd love to just get on in here. So first I'm just going to show you the packaging. I did pick this guy up at Toys R Us, or rather my boyfriend Todd picked it up for me. Fortunately, the one Toys R Us we were able to find them at, they were still marked at $19.99, and he was able to use a 15% off coupon, so I actually got them for almost the price that Target had them for, but they're back up at $19.99 at Target as well, so about 16 bucks, and totally, totally worth it. So excited I was able to get the coupon off on the $19.99 price, but even at 20, you know, it's a great figure. So this is the package. So I'm not sure which order I'm uploading my reviews in, but whether or not you've seen my cap review, I like these packages other than the fact that people are able to easily open them and steal the figures in the stores. So people, collectors are finding empty packages with wrong figures in them, and that's really unfortunate. But otherwise, it's a cool looking package. You have the figure on the side, or the character rather, artwork on the side, and then in the back you see the figure with a short read up. Very simple and clean. I like that a lot. You have like a matte back with a glossy image. It looks really cool. I like that. And then at the bottom you have the Build-A-Figure, which is Ultimate Green Goblin, built on the movie Hulk body, which looks really cool. And I'd like to get that figure, but I'm probably going to kind of cherry pick figures that I want to buy and then maybe buy the pieces on eBay later. I'm not sure. And then you have the whole two waves here, or well, I guess this is one wave and swaps, unlike the cap which they're releasing in two waves. So this one you have Spawn of Symbiotes, which is Carnage, which looks really awesome, and Toxin, which doesn't look quite as awesome, but we'll see if he ever gets released. Movie Electro, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. You have Black Cat, which looks way better than her original Marvel Legends figure, and then Spider-Girl, who, you know, again, if we see her released, we'll see how she looks. Ultimate Beetle, which I'm not really interested in picking up, even though he looks cool, and then Boomerang, again, if we see, and Superior Spider-Man, another really awesome figure, which I'll be reviewing as well. So that's the package. Take a look at the Build-A-Figure piece, which is the right arm. Looks kind of like Doomsday, only green, but looks really cool. Oh, wait, is this the right arm? Yeah, he's just bent weird. Okay. Right arm, yeah. Cool, really cool claw hands. You know, double jointed elbow. Looks really nice. And also comes with this flame that you can attach to the wrist. Really nicely done too. It's like translucent yellow and then painted you know, orange along the tips. Looks really cool. So I like that. Also comes with the how to build your Build-A-Figure you know, sheet, and complete all, you know, tells you where the pieces are, how to put it together. Pretty cool. And this Spider-Man also does come with interchangeable hands, so right now I have mine with one fist and one flip hand, so I also have one of each. He has one for each side, so you can do, you know, combo, both of the same, whatever you like. So they obviously have hinges in them, and obviously they swivel because they peg in and out, so that's pretty cool. All the webbing is sculpted on this guy. All the blue parts have a texture to them. It's all new sculpt. Really, really awesome figure in general. I'm just really happy to have this, you know, and it's funny because I'm not big on movie figures, but at the same time, this Spider-Man, I'm going to say right now, if you don't have a 6-inch scaled, you know, classic red and blue Spider-Man, this is not a bad choice. The only real difference between this and like a classic Spider-Man, unless you have a problem with the blues being darker, some Spider-Man have been portrayed as dark blue, some have been portrayed as light blue, so that's, you know, an either or, whichever you like. Other than that, the spider symbols are the only difference. you know, the front, you have it's similar, other than the fact that the legs extend down the chest, and then the back is more different, because in the back of the original spider, you know, has the fat little spider on the back. This one has, again, the arms extending. I personally, you know, don't mind the movie spiders. I kind of like them. I think I prefer, you know, the original Spider-Man kind of front, but the back I've always thought kind of was kind of funny looking. So I kind of don't mind this. I just don't really dig the arms that extend. I don't know why. If it was just that, I'd be like, that's way cooler. You know, again, just like that. But other than that, he's a really similar to a classic Spider-Man. And again, I'm so pleased to see that they did this in the movie, because I did not like the Amazing Spider-Man costume. I didn't like the gold on the shoes. I didn't like that he had things around the shoes. Just didn't like it. I didn't like the gold. I didn't like whatever. So I'm pleased to see that they brought more of an original Spider-Man look to the costume in the movie. And so, yeah. So, give me a look at it. So we have the head here. Again, all the webbing is sculpted. The eyes are sculpted. You know, the rim around the edge, and then the inside, I think that's also, yeah. Painted, the white is painted like iridescent white. Black is matte black. You know, then the figure is, again, all the webbing is sculpted, and then there's a texture on the blue. You could see that there. That's really nice. So it looks like the suit from the movie. And unfortunately, the elbows, they did red pegs in so that they would blend in on this side, the outside of the arm, but on the inside of the arm, they stick out like a sore thumb because the arms are totally blue on the inside. But, you know, whatever. I'll probably paint that sometime. If I can match the blue, I'll paint them. But other than that, really, really cool. He has... Mine is in pretty good shape, but does have a couple problems. Like, under the shoulder here, he has a little bit of chipping in the plastic. And then there seems to be, like, a black spot right here. I don't know what that is, but it's not very noticeable. The chipping is more noticeable. But again, no big. He has a little bit down here, too. This side's okay. So, quality overall has been really good with these. And again, you know, the bottom, the blue legs. And then the boots, you know, much more classic as opposed to the first ones. Sculpted webbing with just all red boots. Looks really good. Now, I'm going to get into articulation, but it also plays into the sculpt, so I'm just going to say, off the bat, first before articulation, I'm going to mention is he has the butterfly joints in the shoulders, and these are probably the most effective butterfly joints I've ever seen. They go so far forward and so far back that you can see them when you put the shoulders back. Like, that's, I mean, it's not very attractive. The sculpting does go pretty far in, so you can go about there and not really notice, but once you do this, it's like, okay, you don't want to see that, so that's a little weird. And in the back, you also see it as well, so you never, I mean, you know, but if you're going to take, if you're doing like ACBA and you want to take a shot in the front, you know, you're not going to see how ugly it is in the back, so it doesn't really matter. The only issue is that he does not have much of a chest, and, like, because of the butterfly joint, like, how little is that area right there? And then the butterfly joint itself, you know, it's supposed to extend the chest, but in certain poses it just looks really small, and you know, I guess it's because they modeled it off of the movie. Andrew Garfield isn't a big guy, so it does kind of look like this, I guess. But in action poses, and if you just pose his shoulders just right, he looks fine, you know, especially, like, looking through the camera right now, you can't really see the disconnect between the chest and the butterfly joints, so he looks pretty normal. But other than that, it's a very effective joint, so I don't mind so much. But go through articulation, the head goes up and down, all the way around. It's on a disc, so you can see that under there. Pops right off also. If you ever, you know, if you have like your favorite Spidey head you want to swap it out with. The shoulders go all the way up and down and around. I had to loosen mine up when I oh, was it this figure? So he's got a little bit more chipping on the shoulder. That happens with a lot of movement. And then you got the really effective butterfly joint, as I said. And then a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Rotation and pivot at the wrist. And you have an ab crunch that goes about that far forward, that far back. Pretty decent. A twist at the waist. T-jointed hips that suffer from the same issues as all these new Marvel Legend T-jointed hips, though his are probably the best out of the batch so far. They won't do the splits because they just don't shave the tops of the legs enough to move around in that joint. But his, like I said, are probably the best. He gets a lot closer than Cap and quite a bit closer than Superior Spidey, so not bad. They go very far forward and a little bit back. You can kind of twist his all the way around, like, nobody can do that with their leg. A cut at the top of the thigh, double jointed knees that were very effective, swivel at the boot, really excellent pivot at the foot, goes all the way back, pretty far forward, and then the rocker. So, let me just give you another look at the hands. I don't know if I saw that. So he's got a little fist, and then his whip hand is kind of like bent. It's not straight out like a lot of them. So that's, you know, it's a matter of preference whether you prefer one or the other. But, you know, cool. And if you really, really want them to be straight out, you could probably get some hot water and bend them. But yeah, so overall, as you can tell, I'm really impressed with this figure. I like where Hasbro is going with these Legends these days. They're taking some notes from the Black Series, I suppose. Looks really, really cool. Articulation is awesome. He's just so fun to play with. Like, this and the Superior Spidey just make me want to try ACBA, even though I haven't really done it, because they're just so playable. So, that's about it, guys. So, that was the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Amazing Spider-Man. And I hope you guys pick him up. He's definitely a really cool figure. And thanks for watching this review. See you guys next time. Bye.